does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're in the place they call the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. The Magic again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. They sit at 11th in the East right now, not quite in the gutter, just in limbo.
Well, this is interesting. This is the fourth and final meeting between these two clubs. And, with a 2-1 lead, Clark, do you think they're thinking about that? Is that important?
No, I don't think so, Steve. I mean, for some guys it might be, but as a general rule, I think they approach it as another game. I don't think it affects their effort level at all. Every time you step between the lines, you want to outdo whoever's in front of them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Detroit, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with Smith, and it's Gray in at the center, locking down the middle.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Well, Josh Smith, one of the league's most versatile defenders, is very strong and athletic, and he can guard either threes or fours, which gives your defense a lot of options.
Jennings can't get it to go. On defense, Detroit outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And if there was an aspect of the game that jumped out at me, guys, it was the rebounding. There was a huge difference in the effort both teams were making on the glass.
Well, they got pushed around all game long, and when that happens, you're going to get out-rebounded.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. After the miss from the kid, 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Again, Jennings missing.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
That's good. The kid's got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Gray. Goes up again, and it's finished off by Smith as he lays it in. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
The kid. Here's Vucevic, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Smith sets the pick for Jennings. And Meeks kicks to Smith. And he banks in the layup.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Atlanta Hawks.
That game nearly got away from them. A little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
You know what? The overtime was a bit of a lifeline for them. Things really swung in their favor then, and they were very strong in that extra session.
And the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Jerebko to the inside. That's good from Jennings on the assist by Jerebko. Jennings has got his second bucket of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Inside to Vucevic. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Nikola Vucevic has a basketball pedigree. I mean, it's pretty impressive. His father played professionally in Europe for more than 2 decades, including for the Yugoslavian national team. His mother was a player as well. So you might say his DNA was set up to play the game.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Channing Frye. And Vucevic, a growing celebrity in his native Montenegro, building on his family's basketball legacy.
Yeah, Vucevic, perhaps not a household name yet in the United States, but the way he's begun his career, that may not be the case for long.
He used that pick to perfection. And it's 6 points for Smith. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the pass to Vucevic. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Harris has got his first points in this one. The Pistons have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Jennings passes to Meeks. He feeds it to Gray. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Uredko dishes to Gray. Kicks it to Meeks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jennings. Passes it to Uredko. Second shot opportunity. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Harkless the pass to the kid. Fires from deep. Josh Smith pulls it in. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
They set the pick. Jennings kicks to Smith. Jennings dishes to Smith. It's back to Jennings. From 10 feet out, and that's good for 2. Jennings has got 6.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Orlando making some changes. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Payton in for Victor Oladipo. And a different look here for the Pistons. Butler, he's checked in for Gray. Singler comes in for Josh Smith. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Meeks. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Here is Augustine after the made shot from the kid. Augustine passes to Butler. Right side, Butler. Right side, Butler. Nicholson grabs the board.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's the kid. No good on the 3.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
Here's Gordon, and down it goes, jamming that one home. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well.
1 quarter in the... Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
On the floor for Detroit, DJ Augustine out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Kyle Singler. Then there's Uredko, and it's Butler in at the power forward. Uredko kicks to Augustine. There's the dish to Singler. Payton against Augustine. And he hits the jump shot.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
Magic leading by 4. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, guys. The kid in their last game against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He finished with 60 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance, Clark. He was at his absolute best in this game.
Yeah, and the only thing about having a game like that, Kevin, is that it's almost impossible to duplicate it here tonight.
Well, but nobody's expecting that, Clark, and they don't need him to do that. If he's even half as good as he was that night, it should be enough.
Kyle Singler, a former second-round pick out of Duke, played his first professional season overseas in Spain. And Stevie's played consistent minutes for the Pistons to begin his NBA career.
Yeah, really a nice move on his part to get that development abroad, because he came back a better player, and he's quickly become a solid contributor at the NBA level.
Orlando making some changes. Fry comes in for Andrew Nicholson, and Luke Ridnour subbed in for Payton. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jerebko. Smith comes in for Kyle Singler. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Bynum in for Augustine.
And Singler is one of those value-utility or Velcro guys, I like to call him. He kind of holds things together because of his excellent feel for the game. He's got a pretty decent touch from outside. You love his size on the wing, and he's not a bad defender at 6'8" either, so I like what he gives you.
Bynum with it. Pass to Meeks. From downtown. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Singler, not a big-time athlete, but he plays hard and he uses his length well defensively. Got a shot to have a long and productive NBA career.
Gordon trying to break loose. The shot by Harkless, no good. Pistons trailed by 7. Bynum dishes to Butler. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have
Nice shooting.
been fantastic from long range so far, fella.
And so we wrap up the first half. Magic lead by 7. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke.
Well, Karan, what do you...
Second half beginning in just a moment. A fantastic game from the kid in this one.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's the kid in the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. That's good.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Magic leading by 8. The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will, some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
Jennings. Rebounded by the kid.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Feeds to Oladipo. Here's the kid. He's guarded by Jennings. Clock at 6. Stripped away. Right side Jennings. It's Meeks outside. Orlando grabs the miss. The kid's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers. This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Out to the right wing. The shot is off. The Pistons go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And the physical nature of their last meeting was just as they had hoped for. I mean, they drew a ton of fouls in that game and went on to win it.
Smith kicks to Gray. The shot is off. Excellent D from the kid.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Well, they're in great position here, and it's thanks in large part to their three-point shooting.
You called that right. They are lighting it up from behind the arc this half.
And I want to hear your take on what Steve was just talking about, Clark. How big a role do you think foul trouble played in that win?
Yeah, it was large, humongous, I think, because of the foul trouble. That forced them to use lineups down the stretch that they weren't really comfortable with. So it was a big, big factor.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Josh Smith. He hits both from the stripe. Let's take a moment to show you some young men that have really picked up steam here in the second half of the season. These are the leading rookie scorers since the All-Star break. And you look at the team. leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Well, just like the rest of the guys on that list, he's a rookie basically in name only now. I mean, in the second half of this season, he's been playing and scoring like a veteran.
It definitely has been a short learning curve for him, Steve, especially offensively.
Outside Jennings. He dishes it to Jerebko. 6 on the shot clock. It's Jennings with the drive, and he gets it to go. Jennings has got 10.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on its way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Harris outside. Fry passes to the kid. And he hits the jump shot. The kid's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
The feed to Caldwell Pope. He kicks to Jennings.
Brandon Jennings, you remember, decided to play a year in Italy right out of high school rather than to go to college. He was the first guy to do that once the NBA implemented that 1 year out of high school requirement for the draft.
And for Brandon Jennings, he didn't play a whole lot while in Rome, but he stayed busy practicing and developing.
Yeah, and it didn't seem to diminish his stock that much, Kevin. You know, you go back to when he was drafted, he was the 10th pick by the Bucks back in 08.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Harkless is checked in for Harris. And it's Payton in for Oladipo. For the 3. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Caldwell Pope.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
All right, an opportunity here to check out some stats for Jennings. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 12 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
The Pistons making a change here. Augustine's checked in. They set the screen, and the kid picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Singler. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Dishes to Augustine. Singler outside. Jerebko kicks to Augustine. 1:15 left to play in the third. That's a 2 from Butler. It's rebounded by the kid. The kid's got 5 rebounds tonight. No luck. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Caldwell Pope. Right now averaging 5 points a game. And Augustine kicks to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Nails the baby hook. Butler's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Good.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And he gets it to go. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Payton drives in, and that is good. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. No good on the free throw, and the Pistons making a change here. And he's good on the second. Here's Payton. Pass to the kid. From the high post. Shot is off.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as...
And a great...
Wednesday.
So it's Detroit now. 9-point game. On the floor for Detroit. Caron Butler is out there with Smith. Then there's Gray. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Augustine in at the point guard. Orlando's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Here's Harkless. Josh Smith pulls it in. Pistons trail by 9. Now here is Augustine. Smith sets the pick for Augustine. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Gray. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
First one falls for him.
I like that shooting.
Vucevic checked in for Gordon.
It's go time.
And here's Oladipo. 13 feet away. Here's Vucevic. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact in.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, has 8 points and a block.
Nikola Vucevic possessing prototype size for the center position. 7 foot tall, has about a 9.5 foot standing reach. Even without great leaping ability, he can play over the top of a lot of opponents.
The kid, he's checked in for Orlando. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Detroit. Urebko comes in for Butler.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
The Magic have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Here's the kid. And the 3 off target. The Pistons have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Singler right side. And here's Jennings. Smith sets the pick for Jennings. 5 on the clock. And that one hits back iron.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Beyond the arc. Another miss by Orlando. And you mentioned Vucevic, not a top athlete. The Magic working to develop his lateral quickness, spark, and explosiveness.
Yeah, he still struggles to defend guys in the pick and roll situations, Kevin. He's not that fast of foot. That's where the Magic are trying to help him grow. But he's a double-double guy because of his rebounding ability, and he's got a nice touch for a big guy.
The kid passes to Fromm. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Jennings drives in. Great. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
Gotta love this team's grit. After trailing early, they have fought all their way back here.
You know, they could have gotten down on themselves when they were down early, but I like the fact they never gave up, guys. Wow. Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
The Pistons have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And Singler kicks to Jennings. The pass to Gray. The Pistons working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Singler dishes to Jennings. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Orlando's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Got that one up quick. And it's a 4-point Magic lead.
He's locked in right now, guys. Hitting some big shots here in the 4th quarter.
The Pistons here. Meeks is checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. The head coach of Detroit had some instruction for his guys during that last break. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Outside Jennings. Out to the wing. Here's Uretka, guarded by Fry. Here's Gray. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Doubled by Smith. Now, here's Fry, covered by Smith. Here's the kid. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Really an extraordinary game for the kid. He has 9 rebounds and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Jennings drives in and just miss after miss right now.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That shot's good from the kid.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Outside Jennings. Bangs home the trifecta.
And these two just going at it from deep now.
You know, it seems like what's going on here is anything you can do, I can do better territory.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Posts, guarded by Oladipo. Jennings wide open. And good. He nails it. Orlando's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. The kid, and he skis it one-handed.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so...
Yes, Mr. Nelson, what's your question?
Looking at the stat sheet, you took an awful lot of threes tonight. Any particular reason for that?
Well, they were giving me open looks, and I took them. Plain and simple. There's no need to look into it any deeper than that.
In the back, Kyle, what's your question?
Why couldn't the defense find a way to stop you tonight?
I don't know, man. You gotta ask the defense that. I just took what they gave me, and I was fortunate enough to get some buckets.
You, sir?
Well, it's no secret you're approaching free agency. Do you plan to give a hometown discount if they make an offer?
You know, I'm not really concerned with that, all right? I just want to finish the season off nice and strong and let my agent deal with the numbers.
You mean to tell me you're the only professional athlete who doesn't care about money?
That's not what I said. I said I'd let my agent deal with the numbers. You may not believe this, but all of us just don't sit up at night dreaming about how much bank we can make. Some of us just want to play the game, run with good teammates, and compete for a title. I mean, it might blow your mind, but I'm just trying to hoop, bro. Does that answer your question? That's what I thought. Thank you.